Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second video in this course. Sorry, it's been a few days since I've released these two. Been super busy with everything else I've got going on. Running a business, full-time business is a lot of work, and these WSOs that I do are just more for fun and instruction. I don't get, I just enjoy teaching, and so um, they're kind of a side thing for me. But in this video, I'm going to go show you how to kind of pick the product, and then we're going to do the second thing, which was demographics, um, and how you can whoops. And how you can spell properly. I need to go back to school or something. Demographics. Oh dear. All right, there we go. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do these two. We're going to pick a high product, and then we're going to go look at the demographics. And the two things we need to focus on the demographics is their age, their sex, um, average money that they make, as well as maybe some other things such as related sites they like. So related sites they traverse a lot. And then we also want to look at their hot buttons. And these are the things that sell. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a really quick system to figure this stuff out, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go pick a high product at Gravity at Clickbank. Now, people always say, well, what niche should I choose? Well, I mean, you can go with, you have a couple choices. You can go desperate niche. Desperate. I really can't spell today. I'm doing horrible. Okay, there we go. So we can either do a desperate niche. These are like your desperate buyers, the ones that have very specific problem that they want to get solved. These are kind of your quick one product, two problem product things. You can go into hobby niches too, but they're a little bit harder to sell. Desperate niches are easy to sell, and you can always go with one of these big ones: pets, health, wealth, relationships. These are like the big four. Anything in these really will be okay. You have weight loss and health concerns in there. Obviously, money, debt, credit, all of that stuff. Relationships, those are always big. And of course, people lavish their pets, so that's a big niche as well. Um, so anyway, you just go into ClickBank, and the key here is you don't want to waste time on this. I see people all of the time just waste enormous amounts of time on this kind of stuff. You just don't need to do it. Okay, you don't need to waste oodles and oodles of time picking a niche. If you do, you're going to just do yourself a big disservice. Okay, you're going to take time. It's going to, you want to take action. So I just went with health and fitness, big niche, the health, weight loss. You just need to make sure you be careful. You don't want to get sued by the FTC. So when you do your review site, your testimonial, which I'll cover, on the next video, you have to be careful about the claims that you make. Okay. But anyway, so we're going to we're going to pick one of this one. Let's see. This one's a very popular one. This is the fat loss for idiots. Um, and this one looks like it's kind of a new upcoming one. Oh, these are ripoffs. I always love seeing this happen. What you've got now is you've got your fat loss for idiots, and then you've got a very smart marketer um, who I mean, if you look at these sites, I mean, colorful, cartoony. Um, and what's funny is my sister actually she works at Old Navy, and she was telling me that their marketing department. This is an interesting fact for you. Their marketing department at Old Navy has decided to go with mannequins in their commercials instead of real life models. And the reason they decided to do that was they found that people buy more clothing whenever they're put onto mannequins than they are real people. So when people see the mannequins on television, these like mannequin actors, and they're all looking good in their clothes, people justify, well, of course I'm not going to look that good because they're fake. So, it's okay for me to go buy this. But if they're looking at real people and they say, wow, that person looks really good in that piece of clothing, I would never look that good with that piece of clothing. And so they kind of say, I really can't do that. They kind of get at that I can't do that. But whenever they went to mannequins, they found that they sell more because people can justify things better. And so what I bet's happening with these cartoons is, I mean, look at how studly this guy, but he's a cartoon. Hey, if I look half that good, that's great for me. So anyway, I really love this. They're like an exact ripoff. Weight loss facts, fast and permanent fat loss facts. Uh, oh wow. I mean, they cover the exact same thing. This is very interesting. I'm gonna have to look at this more. Um, just because, and here's when it comes down to making a simple decision. We're gonna go through this. I think I'm gonna end up picking this guy. Oh, okay, stop. Okay, an automatic audio thing is going. So, um, you know, the real reason you're flabby out of shape, and of course, um, they go through like a fat loss for idiots. They go through several pages, um, you know, kind of like this curiosity building thing. Um, they've paid their pages a lot longer. Fat loss for idiots has everything above the fold, so it makes it a lot easier. Now let's see, what is this? What's the gravity for this? Gravity is 226. So people must really be buying this thing. 15-minute miracle. Um, more testimonials, 60-day money back guarantee, of course, Clickbank, uh, you know, honest thing. Okay, download now. Let's see, how much is this? So it's $39.97, about the same price as uh, their others. Fat loss for idiots. So, I appreciate what this marketer's doing. He looks like he's a smart marketer, whoever he is. He is copying directly, and he's looking like he's taken the fat loss for idiots model and he's duplicating it. Because of his savviness, I think we're going to promote him. So we're going to go with this guy, and fat burning furnace. That's going to be our product. Okay. So that's our first thing that we're going to do. So we've picked a product. So what we would do is we go ahead and we get our hop link, and I would put that in a notepad somewhere. Then after that, we're going to start looking at our demographics because this is important to know. We need to know the audience that we're reaching. All right. We need to know who they are, their age, their sex, their average amount of money they make, and the related sites that they go to. So, because fat loss for idiots is the biggest in this niche with Clickbank. Whoops. Go away. Go away. Okay. We're going to use them as an example. So I went to fat loss for idiots. I'm just gonna copy their site, and what I'm going to do is I'm then going to go to Quantcast. So and I'm going to put fat loss for idiots into the site. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at all of these demographics. Now, these demographics are estimated, so you have to kind of take them with a grain of salt. It's better than flat out guessing, and it's easier and quicker than setting up a site with a survey and surveying the market and spending time doing that. I like going this. It's kind of the middle route. Okay, so the site attracts a more female, 50-plus audience. The typical visitor visits e-diets, listens to Rush Limbaugh, and patronizes Nutrisystems. So we can see at the related sites they like to go to, and a lot of times what I'll do is I'll open these up in Quantcast to kind of get a better feel for the market, so I can get kind of a broader range. And then I want to go down here and I want to pay attention to this. 62% female, 50%, I'm sorry, 39% are 50 plus, 83% Caucasian. A majority don't have children. Between 30 to 60,000 is the most the money that they tend to make. No college. Okay, Well, this is important to know, especially the female and the 50 plus. If we know that, we can really hit to it. So, what would I do if I was going to set this up as an affiliate page, which I may or may not do? I don't know. I would, I'd actually do this. I would put an ad in the newspaper looking for an actor, um, or not an actor, somebody, a woman over the age of 50 to sit in front of a camera and read a script, and she would be talking about her fat loss, or whatever the product is you were promoting, and she would basically talk about that. That's what I would do. Now, you would want to use a real life testimonial, or you'd want to use something, but this is just an example I'm giving. And if you've had someone that's an older looking lady who's as I said, a female, who's telling kind of about fat loss for idiots, or this other site, Fat Burning Furnace or whatever, they would immediately relate, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay," and they would listen to the review and they'd be more inclined to purchase. I'm going to go over here to eDiets and I'm going to look. Once again, the same statistics. 68% are female, 30%, 32%, 50 plus. So very similar kind of thing. As click on Jenny Craig, another related one. Similar demographics. So I'm all convinced that these are mainly females, mainly over the age of 50 or 35 to 50. And even the site name, if you think about Jenny Craig, what is Jenny Craig? I mean, it's weight loss, but they're targeting women specifically because the women are the ones who buy most of this stuff, okay? Guys, some guys do, but a majority of it are females. So that's kind of who your reviewer would want to be. All right, so that is the very first thing that we would do. And I would make a list of all of this stuff. I would then go to Google, and the next thing I would do is try to find these hot buttons, and I would try to line up the demographics. So I would go type in fat loss forums in Google. And what I would just do is I would just open up, 10 of these forums, and I would go and look. So let's take a look at this. Success stories, diet plans, burn the fat, feed the muscle, fat loss for idiots. Oh, here's an actual fat loss for idiots. Eat to live, burn the fat, feed the muscle. These are all Clickbank products. So, this would be a good resource. In fact, I would actually may consider switching and promoting fat loss for idiots just for the fact that I can use all of this material that these people have. I could talk about testimonials people have and everything. So that would be very, very good. But anyway, the thing that I'm looking for, and here we are. Let's see. Let's look for losing fat. Now this is all bodybuilding. So let's go back into here. Let's just do general discussions. So I would look for the ones that look desperate. I need help. Hey, everyone, I'm glad I came across the site. Lots of good info, but I'm needing some help. I'm 24 years old, 220 pounds, 6'3". I went on some website to measure my butt, waist, and stomach. I know I'm out of shape. I switched from drinking soda, now drinking water. Finally, I'm going to get this. I'm, posting problems. Basically, I would just read this post. Now they don't have anything too. This is a guy. So they don't have anything too, desperate about it. But I liked that whole I need help. What we're looking for is buying words or emotional words. So, um, he's feeling nauseated. So I'm kind of looking for problems. And as you can see, this search might take a while. So, you would just go through and okay, that's an article. There's a lot of let's go to oh wait, that's not the forum. Actually, I just found one. Please help me, I'm stuck. I just clicked on this. This one is good. This would probably be a good thing for hot buyers. You would female 5'3", 124 pounds. I had my second baby, and breastfed him until last month. I try to lose weight, but I'm having these problems. So you would look for the problems that they're having, and you say, okay, well, I've not done anything to this, but I still can't lose weight. Um, and so you would kind of get these frustrations, and you would write them down. Hey, I've done everything, still can't lose weight. That's kind of what would be um, I would put there. Don't know where to get started, how to get started. There's a lot of these, it looks like. I looked at so many diets online, I just can't figure out which one's right for me. How do I get started? So, that would be another one I would put down. Confused, information overload. Those would be the buying buttons. So what you would do is whenever you'd make these videos, you'd say, and it's really hard just to get started. I understand how hard it is. Fortunately, with Fat Loss for Idiots, I found a great plan that works for me, and it tells you exactly how to get started, and it's very simple and easy to do, and yada yada yada. Okay, that's would be one thing. Stuck at my current weight. All right. So I would just go through and I would look at these and I would write down the things that they say and I would sum up their posts in one word. What is my big frustration? Weight is killing me slowly. Yeah, and you could use some of these words. I love these words. I could use that. I could say in a big headline, warning, your weight is slowly killing you. Something like that. Or warning, is your weight slowly killing you? Or, you could use these words in there. I mean, these are buying words. These are desperate words of a desperate people, all right? Um, so getting very discouraged. And all of this stuff is good. So you just make a list of all of this. Make a list of these buying hot buttons. Make a list of the demographics, and then you would just start building. The next thing you would do. So say we've came through and we've done all this. The next thing you would do is you're going to um, build perfect buyer. And what I would do is I would give them a name. I'd say this is going to be a girl because it's primarily women. Her name is Amy. All right. And I would pull from some of these stories. I would say she's 5'6", weighs I don't know. Let's just say something 150. All right. Wants to lose weight, obviously. And then I would start listing her buying buttons. Or actually, I would list her age next. So what I would say, Amy, since I know this is an older age group, I'd say she's 46. Amy, 46. She's 5'6", weighs 100 pounds, 150 pounds, wants to lose weight. She's frustrated that she can't seem to get started. She is frustrated because when she tries, it doesn't work. She is frustrated because she can't seem to. She's frustrated because when she loses weight, it comes back. See what I just done? I just built a buyer. And so what I would do is whenever I made my testimonial video, I would talk to the camera just like I was talking to Amy. I wouldn't say her name, obviously, because, there could be a lot of different people reading it, but I would just do it. I'd be like, hey, I understand what it's like. I'd look directly at the camera and say, I understand what it's like, to weigh several, pounds, several, 10, 20, 30 pounds overweight or more. Because, she's not terribly overweight. 150 for her size wouldn't be horrible. It's about maybe 20 pounds, 25, 30 pounds overweight or something. I'm not an expert, so I wouldn't know. But, so I understand what it's like to be, 20, 30 pounds or more overweight. And what I would do, too, is I would go through, read all the stories, and I would verify. I would try to say, well, what's the average overweightness, I guess, of this niche? All right. I say, I understand what it's like to be 20, 30, 40 pounds overweight. And I understand your frustration. There's a lot of frustrations. Like I experience this too. You can't seem to get started. I know what it's like. Because there's all this information and just information overload, and you don't want to try something and fail because that's discouraging. So you're coming back to that whole, it's discouraging because if I tried, it doesn't work. And so you're afraid to get started because sometimes the discouragement of failure is worse. Failing is worse, and knowing you tried and failed is worse than never trying at all because, if you tried and failed, you feel like you've wasted all of that effort, or whatever. And so you'd say all of those things, and you say, and I understand how you feel because I was there too, or because I'm going through that too. As I said, you may not necessarily want to if you're a little bit overweight, or if you decide, hey, I want to go through this with you. A good sales technique for these things, I want to get in shape too. So why don't you come with me as I lose weight? I bought this program. Walk with me. It's always good to have a partner. So walk with me, and I do so. And if you purchase this product today, you'll get access to my private journal, and we can walk together to lose weight. Now, that's a bonus that I'm giving away. Okay, so that would be a great bonus you could do. Anyway, I'm getting off tangent, but I think you see the point. You build the perfect buyer, and you speak to that buyer, and you will get a tremendous amount of sales this way. Okay. Just by speaking to the buyer. So you've gathered the demographics, the age, the sex, the average money maker, related sites they traverse. You gather their hot buttons, and then you build who they are, and you build their average problem. So for example, with weight loss, you would try to get an idea for what the average is, overweightedness is. So what is the average, and you would go from there. And that would enable you to make right here now. I could actually, just from doing this tiny bit of research, I didn't do much. I just did a tiny bit of research. Right now, I could make a killer testimonial video that sells extremely well just from this small amount of information. The more you spend on this, the better information you'll get, and the better off you'll be able to sell. Okay. So anyway, this is Rob. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we're going to cover more building the squeeze page and how to set up the whole process, and then how to drive traffic using the using articles. All right, so this is Rob. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.